Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Chelle and to my first What I Eat in a Day of 2023. So like many of us, probably trying to lose a little bit of weight after all the rubbish that we ate over the festive period. I'm back to doing Slimming World. I'm determined to get back on the plan. I'm actually 2 weeks in now and I'm really happy because I've already lost 8 pounds, so super happy with that. I'm planning to continue in my journey. I always think it gives you a real good boost when you have some good weight loss up front. So today I'll be sharing what I eat in a typical day to lose weight if you're following Slimming World, or if you're just trying to eat a little bit healthier and maybe calorie counting. So I'll include what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, dinner, any snacks in there as well. I'll include all the healthy extras, any sins for Slimming World, and also the calories if you are calorie counting. All the ingredients I'll put in the description box down below for anything that I make. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I do make quite a lot of foodie content like this. I've got a playlist of previous What I Eat in a Day videos, so if you are new then I would love for you to subscribe. I also have a foodie Instagram account, which is basically just where I keep a diary of the meals, and I upload that. My partner actually runs it, so he'll upload the meals that we have, and that's eatwell_not_less_UK. So if you want to follow me over there on Instagram, and then on my Instagram page At Home with Chelle, I upload my weekly meal plans on my stories every single Sunday night. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video, you find it useful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and yeah, let's get into the video showing you what I eat in a typical day to lose weight. For breakfast this morning, I'm going to have a breakfast bake. This is something that I'll often have if I know I'm going to use my healthy extra B later on in the day and don't want to use it at breakfast. It's super easy. I just put the oven on as soon as I get up to like preheat, and then just throw all the breakfast things into like a little dish that I've got, and then it's ready in about 20 minutes. So I'll show you how I make it now. The best thing about this is that you can literally put anything that you want in it, but I'm going to put some bacon. So I fried off some bacon when I was making dinner last night, and I've got basically I've got 4 bacon medallions in here, so I've split it. So I'll have 2 bacon medallions in my breakfast bake. I've got some mushrooms, some cherry tomatoes, baked beans. I might throw some spinach in as well, and then just top it with eggs. You can also top it with cheese. It's super easy. I've got this little dish which is honestly the perfect size, and I got this from Poundland, such a bargain. You can do this in the oven, or if you want you can put it in the microwave too, but I'm going to do it in the oven because then I'm making one for my daughter Tamsin as well. So you can literally just add in whatever you want. I don't cook the mushrooms or anything, I just slice them. And then once everything is all mixed together, anything that you're adding in, crack in an egg, try and make a little bit of a hole for the egg and season it with salt and pepper. So breakfast is in the oven now. I'm just going to take Arabella to nursery, and then that will take about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven, so that will be ready to eat when I get back from dropping Arabella off. Just to quickly eat before I start work for the day. Say bye!
Bye! Bye bye, see you soon!
Come on then. I always have a large cup of coffee with my breakfast and just add a splash of skimmed milk, which is part of your healthy extra A if you're following Slimming World. I made one for me and one for Tamsin, so they're practically the same apart from hers didn't have any spinach in. So this is honestly such a delicious breakfast, super easy to make because all I did was throw it in the oven. So you can have it just like this, or if you want to have like toast with it or something, it's really nice with toast as a bit more of a filling breakfast. But I find this fills me up quite a lot anyway, and everything that I've put in there is completely sin-free if you're following Slimming World, and if you're calorie counting, I just put this in my fitness pal. That's the app I use to count calories, and it was, no, how many was it? It was 202 calories, which is hardly anything on calories neither, and much better than like a high sugar cereal or something like that. So yeah, I'm just going to sit and eat this now before I start work for the day. I'm just about to make my lunch now. Breakfast kept me pretty full. All I've had for a snack earlier on was a light baby bell. So I'm going to make lunch now, and today I've got a tomato soup with like the Warburtons thins that you get. I'm basically going to put them into this toasty maker that I've got and have that with the tomato soup. I did actually make the tomato soup a couple of nights ago. I did film it so I can show you how I made it. Honestly, it was super easy to make and tastes exactly like Heinz tomato soup. Definitely one that's worth making because I couldn't believe how easy it was. And it's done us for, I think this will be the 4th lunch, and there'll probably still be a portion left after this. So yeah, a good few portions out of it for homemade soup that tastes just like Heinz tomato soup. So I will insert the clip now showing you how to make the soup. So literally this is all you need to make the tomato soup. Honestly, it's super easy. So all I've done is peeled and sliced 2 carrots. I've got a stock cube to make up some stock, 3 pickled onions, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, a tin of baked beans and some salt and pepper. To a large saucepan, add 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. Follow that with 1 tin of baked beans, a handful of carrots. I've just sliced around 2 carrots, 3 pickled onions, 500 ml of vegetable stock made up with 1 stock cube, season with salt and pepper, and then bring it to the boil and simmer for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, remove it from the heat and just use a hand blender to blitz to a smooth consistency. I told you the soup was super easy. The soup was super easy to make, so I'm just going to pour it out now and have it with my toasty. So you can see how much I've still got left here. They honestly made loads. I'm just going to pour some of that into a bowl and heat it up. I'm going to have it with this little toasty. I've showed this before. It's basically called a crimpet. They sell it on Amazon, so I'll link it down below. And you just use, so in it I'm just using the Warburton thins, which is your healthy extra beef, following Slimming World. I think they're only 100 calories as well if you're calorie counting. And then all you want to do is put the bottom of it, let me just check you can see okay. So put the bottom of it into the thin like so. Add whatever you want in, so I'm just going to add a couple of bits of cheese to it because that's just low fat cheese, and then I've got some ham. Just add a little bit of ham to it as well, just a couple of wafer thin slices of ham. And there, put the top on, and then you just basically squish it together like so, and squishes it and makes it into like a little pocket. You take it out, you take all the stuff off if you want, but now it's not coming out. There you go. And then you just pop that in the toaster until it's done. It's a bit hot, so I'm having to hold it like that, but essentially this is how it comes out, all nicely and toasted. So I'm just going to have another cup of coffee too. I normally have one just after lunch to get me through the afternoon, and I'll just put a splash of skimmed milk in there. I'm just about to have lunch now. I've got a bottle of water, I've got my soup here. I'm just going to season it with a little bit more salt and pepper, just because I love salt and pepper. And then enjoy it with my toasty. So I've had this a couple of times already this week, and like I said earlier, honestly, it's so good. And I definitely recommend getting one of these little crumpets because it's actually just enough to have this soup with a cheese and ham crumpet. It's really nice having it on these thins, and it's not too much kind of bread and everything as well if you're having like a proper sandwich, and then you don't need to worry about like buying the smaller loaves of bread or anything. This dipped in the soup, honestly, I don't know why, but it feels really naughty. It's just my favourite lunch. Finished work for the day now, and I'm just about to go to the gym. I've got a full bottle of water to take with me. I'm just going to have a quick snack. I haven't had anything else since dinner, and I'm feeling a bit peckish now, so thought I would have a little snack. So I'm going to eat these in the car on the way, and they are sweet and salty popcorn, and I'm pretty sure these are around 4.5 cents per bag, or it might even be less than that actually. So they're, yeah, probably about 4.5 cents. I'll count them as 4.5, or 68 calories if you are counting calories. So I'm back from the gym now, and it was actually really good to have a workout. I just did a bit of general cardio and a bit of leg workout. I've only been back to the gym a couple of times, so I feel like I'm really going to be aching in the morning. But in all honesty, it does feel really good to be back at the gym, and I just really need to try and make it part of my routine because it's good for me physically, and to be honest, it's quite good for me mentally as well. So anyway, I'm back now. I'm going to make dinner. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to make burger in a bowl with homemade chips. Super easy to make. It's essentially like a deconstructed burger. So it's got all the elements of a burger minus the bun in a bowl, and I'm just going to serve it with Slim World friendly chips as well, which are just, I love these chips. They're super good to make, sin free as well. And I'll show you. So I've just got all the ingredients out now. I've just popped the oven on to 200 degrees, and then I'll show you how to make the dinner. So these are all the ingredients that you'll need to make the burger in the bowl and chips. So I'll start off with the chips. You'll need some potatoes. You can use whatever potatoes that you want. I'm just using Maris Piper because that's what I have. And then all you'll need for them is just some fry light and season with some salt and pepper. Then to make the actual kind of deconstructed burger itself, you'll need some mince. So make sure that you're using lean beef steak mince. An onion, you can use a red or a white onion, a couple of garlic cloves, a couple of tomatoes, lettuce. So I'll probably use about half an iceberg lettuce. And then you can put in some gherkins. I've just got these mini gherkins, but you can kind of add in whatever salad that you want. And then to make the sauce, you will need some, so the sauce isn't sin free, but I'll talk through how many sins it's actually got in it. So for the sauce, you'll need some American mustard, some light mayo. You can use sugar, but that will put extra calories in it. So I would use this granulated sweetener. I use this in quite a lot of things. Salt and pepper, some garlic granules, paprika. You can use sweet paprika. I've got hot paprika here, and some tomato puree. And then you'll also need a tablespoon of fat-free yogurt. First thing I'm going to do is get the chips on. So you don't even need to peel them or anything, to be honest. You can peel the potatoes, but I quite like them with the skin on. And then you just kind of want to chop them into into chip-like shapes. Throw them in a pan, and then in a minute I will do them with some water. So you can see here, it's just kind of like chips. And then you'll need to parboil them for around 5 minutes. So put your chips into a saucepan and then parboil them probably for just under 5 minutes, and then they can go into the oven. Whilst all that's doing, I'm just going to prep the salad to go with it as well. So I'll probably use about half an iceberg lettuce. Just remove the outer leaves and cut off the middle part of it. Any that have kind of gone slightly brown, and then just basically not shred it, but kind of cut it into much smaller bits. What I'm probably going to do whilst I'm cutting this actually is just put the rest of the iceberg into a bowl, because I find that by having that in the fridge, whenever I fancy a salad, it just makes it so much easier than having to cut it all up. So I've just spritzed the tray with some fry light and then strained the potatoes, and then I'll just add them onto the tray. Give them a bit of a shake. Spritz them with some fry light, and then all you want to do is simply season with salt and pepper. You can add other like spices and things. Sometimes I add paprika to it, but today I'm just going to have simple chips with salt and pepper. And these are always delicious, so easy to make, and they come out great every single time. So plenty of salt and pepper on there, and then they're ready to go in the oven. So put these in the oven at 200 degrees, which is already preheated on the top shelf, and they'll probably take around 25 minutes. The chips have got about 10 minutes left now, so I'm just going to take them out and give them a little bit of a mix around and then put them back in. You can already see that they're crisping up really nicely. And then I'm going to do the burger buns. The chips have only got about 10 minutes left, so I'm just going to make the actual mince itself, so like the burger part of it. So what you want to do is just spray a saucepan or frying pan with some oil. I was using fry light, but now I've moved to this sunflower oil spray because it's a little bit more oily, so hoping it won't ruin my pans as much as fry light seems to. Then you want to add in your onion. So all I've done is finely diced my onion, so add that in. I've just peeled a couple of garlic cloves, so I'm just going to crush them in. And then lastly the mince. So just put all of that in. And then just break it up in the saucepan, and you want to fry that for around 7 minutes. I'm just also going to season it with some salt and pepper and continue frying it, and then I will get on and make the burger sauce. So to make the sauce, firstly you want to get your mayo, so you'll need 3 tablespoons of mayo. So I forgot to mention, but this serves 4 people, this recipe. You then need a heaped tablespoon of fat-free yogurt, about a teaspoon of tomato puree, about a teaspoon of mustard, some sprinkling of some paprika, so I'm using probably about half a teaspoon here, and then a little bit of the garlic granules, probably only literally about 1/4 of a teaspoon that you want there. And then lastly I'm just going to add in a teaspoon of the granulated sugar, just a little bit of black pepper in there. Stir it all together. You might need to add a little bit of water if it's too thick, but give it a good stir together, and there you have your perfect burger relish Might need to add a little bit of water to this actually, just to loosen it slightly. Give it a good stir, and then that's perfect to go over your burger in the bowl. I've just added a little bit of water into the sauce, and now it's the perfect consistency. Timer has just gone off for the chips, and you can see the mince is nice and browned all over. If there is any fat, there shouldn't be too much fat if you've used low fat mince, but if there is, then just drain it off. But other than that, it's ready to serve. So all I've done is just put all of the salad stuff on here. So I've got the lettuce, tomatoes, gherkins. You can basically add whatever salad that you want, but I'm kind of trying to keep it like it would be a burger. And then I'm just going to put my mince on top of there, the sauce on top, and then serve the chips on the side. So the chips are done as well. Oh, look at that, nice and crispy. You can leave them in a little bit less than that time if you don't like them as crispy, but for me, they are perfect. So dinner was absolutely amazing. I didn't film us eating it or anything, but we basically all had a bowl of the salad and the mince, and then I just put the chips in the middle of the table, and so everyone could help themselves, and it was delicious. The sauce was incredible. Definitely make the sauce, even if you just have it in a burger and you don't want to make that meal, but the sauce basically tasted exactly like the what is it from McDonald's, the Big Mac sauce. Tasted exactly like the Big Mac sauce. It was so nice, and you didn't miss the bun at all because it was so flavourful, mixed in with all the lettuce and the gherkins and tomatoes and everything in there. It was just, yeah, it was amazing. So I will definitely be having that dinner a few times again. So I'm going to take Arabella to bed now, then might have a bath. I've got a little bit of work to do as well. Not sure if I'll eat anything later. I might do, or I might just have a hot chocolate or something. I'll see how I feel later. But either way, I'll let you know. A couple of hours after dinner, I had some fresh fruit with fat-free yogurt, which is a completely sin-free snack and also low in calories. And yes, that was a cheese knife that I was using to cut the fruit. I really need to invest in some new small knives. So that's me completely done for the day now. I'll then sit and complete my food diary. I really hope this video was useful, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye!